post-graduation also I started teaching. I'm into education, I'm into training for the last couple of years and worked with a number of other companies, and now this is my own setup, my own training institute. Location, we are based in Mumbai.
Hello everyone, my name is Tanmay. I work for Lodha Chemicals and I'm from Thane.
Okay.
I'm learning English just to increase my vocabulary.
Alright, great. Thanks, Tanmay. We'll go to Nishita.
Shubham.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
I'm Shubham. Yeah, I'm currently working in a software company as a software engineer. I'm from Pune. So basically, I joined this class because I want to communicate fluently with people
Okay.
I'm facing a daily basis.
All
So
right.
that's my main reason to join this class. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Hi. Thanks. Brijesh?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Brijesh Sharma. I'm working for Wipro as a technical operation manager,
Okay.
and my location is Pune, and I'm learned to English, spoken English, especially for communicate to foreigners or out of India customers. So we can understand the English how
All right.
they present. Yeah.
Yes. Hi. And let me tell you about myself. I am Pooja. I'm your trainer. I'll be trainer for English, spoken English for you all for next 2 months at least. So we are starting with this short course of 2 months just for people to understand where they are, what do they require, what is their grasping, the learning speed. Okay. About my profile, I've completed my MBA and I'm into teaching for last maybe around 11 to 12 years. From 2005-6, I started teaching when I graduated, and then after my post graduation, also I started teaching. I'm into education. I'm into training for the last couple of years, and worked with a number of other companies. And now this is my own setup, my own training institute. Location, we are based in Mumbai, and when it comes to the center, we have two centers now, Thane and Kanjurmarg, and we deal with different programs for different competitive entrance exams like MBA entrance exam, PT, IELTS, spoken English, GMAT, GRE. Let's understand English. The problem of languages which you have right now, which you have mentioned, okay, this is not the problem of English necessarily. This is problem of any language. So if I have to learn any language, I may face the same problem, and the problem is because I do not know the building blocks. So there could be one problem, the building blocks of language. Building blocks in the sense the words. Okay, everybody here understands ABCD, so that's not the learning stage which we are at. So building blocks are the words, the individual words. So we call them as parts of speech. Okay, so you all should know the parts of speech. Now basically you all know the definitions of parts of speech we have done in school. Okay, it's just that we don't know how to use that. So we'll be focusing on the usage of the parts of speech. We are going to understand the different structures. Okay, so the building blocks is a problem. That means the words are problem. The words in the sense they are parts of speech. So that's what we call as the vocab part of it. Okay, so many of you are finding it difficult. One, you're finding it difficult because you do not know the form of it. The form in the sense, maybe I'm talking of the word, like let's say inform. There are different forms of it. There's information, there's informative, okay, and there are different words related to inform. Okay, so for example, there are different root words. Yes, Brijesh.
Pooja, I have one question. How much required grammatical exactly? Because maybe spoken is very different.
Uh-huh.
It's a so how much grammatical know the spoken English? It's a
When
required for grammar.
absolutely. See, what happens is like what you want to say to certain people, it depends on what you're saying, what words you're using. So the parts of speech which I am referring to is something
Okay.
which is going to tell you more about the verbs, the forms. For example, right now you wanted to say the knowledge of people. Okay, so you wanted to say like
Hmm.
how much important is the knowledge of grammar for this. Otherwise, what will happen is like maybe the message is really understood or perceived by the other person, but it's not perceived completely. The way we watch, maybe if I put on the Chinese movie, you'll understand, okay, just by
Hmm.
the video, just by the gestures, you understand that they are talking, they are fighting, they are arguing, okay, they are in a meeting, but you won't understand exactly what they're saying. Similarly, your technical things, your participants or your team members will understand. There's a lot of TV noise, so I'm just muting you. So people will understand what you want to say, but there'll be technical errors in that. The way you have technical errors in IT, you'll have technical errors in English. Okay, so vocabulary is important to polish yourself. As and when you move up the hierarchy, you understand that they're young people who are going to join the organization and they're going to look at you with respect technically. But when it comes to communication, they may not respect you as a candidate. I'm saying, they'll say what he writes, what he thinks, we don't understand what the people write in the emails. That could be one of the problems. Students have told me, like at the senior level, when they reach, they are not really confident about writing emails. They take probably 10 to 15 minutes to write one email, so they're losing time in that whole process. Okay, so grammar is important. Now what part of grammar is important, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, so vocabulary, now the root forms of it. For example, form is a root form. Formal is a root form. Okay, formative is another word. So these are the different words which are having the root as form. Okay, so this is what you need to develop: the parts of speech and this. The second part is the rules. We have rules everywhere. We have traffic rules, we have civic rules, we have society rules, we have principles of our life. So rules actually make some, they have some standardization in your life. Okay, so you build standards. So for example, in grammar also there are rules. Okay, so there are certain rules which you should know, which you should have, which should use in your spoken English, so that it doesn't make a lot of difference in terms of understanding. For example, if I say I go office, obviously the other person understands there's something related to you, something related to going, and something related to office, but there could be different meanings of the same. Do you want to say I will go to office? Do you want to say I have gone to office? Do you want to say I was going to office? Okay, do you want to say I had gone to office? The different options or different versions of it. So a person who is not very sure of this, okay, what you want to say, can have different interpretations of this unless you confirm by saying something else. So there are grammar rules which tells us that there are combination of certain words which you have to have, which are going to help you with giving the precise meaning, exact meaning. Okay, there's a reason we are going to learn few rules. Okay, if not all, few rules which are going to help you with the understanding of the basic grammar. All right, and those rules are majorly based on tenses. So tenses is nothing but time. All right, there was a I think Mahabharata, where there was this "मैं काल बोल रहा हूँ," that guy used to say that I'm time and I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
more about that. Yeah. So tenses is the time frame. So if we live in three time frames. One is the past, which is anything which has gone. Even 10 o'clock is a past for me right now. 19 minutes before we have gone this. A minute before this is also past. Yesterday was a past. Last year was a past. Last century was a past. We are living in the present right now. At this moment, the ticking moment is present, and there's a future. So anything happens after this, even 10:20, 10:25, 10:30 is a future for me. So if you understand the three structures and the three tenses broadly, then you'll understand the 12 tenses. Because based on these three, okay, there are four versions of each. So you'll understand the 12 tenses. When you understand the first 9 tenses of it, I think most of your life is sorted, okay, in terms of these structures.